Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2020 mid-month general reading. This is for the earth sign of Capricorn for the last half of June. Hi everyone, welcome. I hope you are all staying well, safe and well, and as mentally stable as we can all expect to be in the midst of quarantines and pandemics and viruses and murder hornets and politicians and protests and just fear and anxiety and concern for the future. I hope that all of you can take at least a little bit of time every single day to do something pleasurably distracting, just to kind of help keep your mental health on the reasonably stable side. Thank you for all that you do, have done, and continue to do in support of this channel. Your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, just taking the time to tune in. Thank you so much. So this reading is for Capricorn for the last 2 weeks of June 2020. So that's Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you're cross-watching for a Capricorn. If you know all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, watch them all, because general readings, of course, mean something a little different. They resonate differently for everybody who watches. And watching all of them can bring in all those little bits of information and can help give a little clarity and direction into what's going on in your own personal life. So watch them all if you can. If any of the videos do resonate with you, you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading or information, just click on the description link below, click on that little arrow. That will pull down some info and contact details. You'll see my email address there. Feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. I can usually respond within the same day, the first 24 hours. And I do readings full-time. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent with schedules, your schedule, my schedule, to get readings set up as quickly as possible. So email me. I'd be delighted. All right, Capricorn. See what the last half of June has for you. I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot today. Okay, Capricorn, we begin nicely with the Four of Wands, followed by the Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, followed by the Six of Wands, from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus is the Tower. Makes sense. Your other two sister signs, Taurus and Virgo. Same kind of theme and energy, of course always some differences. Something major happening which was difficult and challenging, and it's all about working through that, or whether it's worth working through or not. Both Taurus and Virgo had things that they'd had a lot invested in, so it was a question of working through it or whether they would make the decision to work through it or not. So it looks like something similar for you, Capricorn. So your overall energy for the last half of June is the Tower. The Tower usually represents a game changer. God, Spirit, your angels and guides, unexpected. You can't, we have no control over this energy coming in and perhaps shaking up or breaking down something we thought was going to be in place for quite some time. A person, place, situation, job, etc. A lot of people look at the Tower card, even me sometimes, and goes, oh, because it often represents the ending of something we're attached to and we don't want to end. It means, it always represents an ending and a transition into something better, whether or not we need it or want it or can even see it that way at the time. It's God, Spirit, your angels, and guides working for you. Sometimes it can represent, winning the lottery and all of that kind of stuff too. So there's a breakdown, a game-changing thing potentially kind of happening for you. It may have happened already recently. But it looks like there is less of a struggle for you than there was for Taurus and Virgo in finding a way through it, for most of you anyway. It looks like there is the possibility, a very strong possibility, and a new idea and perspective, perhaps through communication as well, with perhaps a variety of people or within a group of people that will bring about success in moving through the situation in the best way possible. I'm looking at, the last week or so of June where we have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands. The Ace of Swords is success and victory and new perspective and new ideas. It often comes through ideas and communication. So seeing something in a new perspective, new information, a new way of looking at something which is successful, it provides the opportunity through information and communication, it provides the opportunity to make choices that could lead to a healthier reality and therefore success. It's accompanied by the Six of Wands, which is victory and triumph and success after a challenge. It's also a card of public recognition. This is a card of it being, being seen and recognized in your efforts above other people, but it can represent also communication with a group of people. You may be in charge of this group of people. I think for some of you, you're in charge of a group of people, or you're the head of the house or your family. I mean, this might be work and career. It might be in your family system. It could be a more personal one-on-one relationship. So there's that towards the end of the month. In the middle, the third week, we have the Four of Wands, which is the happy home card, celebrations, friends and family, maybe an event, a celebratory event with friends and family, weddings, anniversaries, family reunions, graduations. It is that time of year, although, getting together is a little restricted at this time, but it's unexpected blessings and happy surprises as well, coming within a very short, 2 or 3 week period of time. It's accompanied by the Queen of Swords, who's a clear, blunt, direct thinker and communicator. She's had a lot of difficult experiences in the past, which have given her a wealth of experience, although she may be sometimes a little cynical and jaded. At the very least, she's been there, done that. She has all the t-shirts hanging in her closet. She can see BS coming a mile away. She has no patience for it. She's a very direct communicator. She can see the truth of a situation, and she operates on that. She comes first from a place of the head, what makes sense, how the facts and numbers line up, before the emotions, okay? Because of her life experience. This feels like, to me, Capricorn, like something, timing is always fluid, and never more so than a general reading, because there's so many of you watching. But it feels like something, this Tower card event or moment could be happening now, it could be happening in the last half of June, but I feel like for a lot of you this has already happened or has just happened recently. So and while there's always struggle with the Tower card energy, it feels like maybe you, a little quicker than Taurus or Virgo, has come up with a new idea or a perspective, a way of bringing people together and communicating through this and getting people to kind of work together to resolve through whatever this Tower card and conflict is. Let's see if we can break down that Tower card. What is this Tower card? The Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. Nine of Swords, Five of Wands. So that's what this unexpected event thing is about. The Nine of Swords. I really don't like this card. Stress, anxiety, worry, obsessive thinking, insomnia, worrying about something, the outcome which isn't known or hasn't happened yet. What do I do if this happens? What do I do if this doesn't happen? What if? I'm so worried, stressed, anxious, obsessive thinking. Your fears and anxieties kind of hijacking your rational mind. It's not that the source of it isn't valid. It's the Nine of Swords can represent making it much bigger and worse and awful in your head than may be actually reflected in the reality of the situation, which is the positive aspect of it. It doesn't need to be the Nine of Swords. You can cut that down a few points, right? There's conflict here. There's conflict, internal, external conflict, perhaps with a group of people. Five of Wands. The same conversation, the same fight, the same argument. Petty, going around and around. Nobody wanting to back down, elevate, step back. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to have the last word. Gossip, rumor mongering, family drama, office drama, you name it. Stress and anxiety, all swirling around this. Something has happened, and there's all this conflict and circular kind of stuff going around and around and around. You're thinking about it all the time and wondering how it's going to turn out. It's always going to turn out wrong. I mean, that's the thinking, not that it's going to turn out wrong. However, it looks like you have perhaps someone else. I mean, the Queen of Swords can be an Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo individual, Sun, Moon, or Rising, somebody who comes in or offers up a way, an idea, a perspective, communication, a conversation, where there's the possibility, the very real possibility of people coming together and haggling it all out and negotiating until they come to a common conclusion and a way of kind of getting through this thing. It might be around an event of some kind, a marriage, a graduation, a wedding, a family reunion, something of that sort. A way of getting people together. Maybe physically, emotionally, mentally, verbally, all of the above. Which, all of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and you, Capricorn, have had kind of a similar sort of thing. While this Tower card for you may have been very challenging and difficult, it looks like you find a way in the last half of June, or somebody comes in to help you find a way to navigate through it a little easier than Taurus and Virgo. And of course, free will, you don't have to take it, you don't have to do it, but it looks like that's happening. So let's pull some advice and guidance card for you. What's the best way for Capricorn to navigate through this period of time? Any action steps or advice or what to focus on? Also, if this Queen of Swords is an external person who comes in to help offer help through this situation, she would come with a very practical way of doing it. She wouldn't be coming in and going, oh, let's get everybody together and sing Kumbaya and talk about all of our feelings. And the Queen of Swords would not do that. It's not that she's unemotional, it's just she would come in with a plan. It would be practical and logical, and the communication would be that way too. If that might help clarify who this Queen of Swords is for some of you. It might be your energy doing this too. Alright, advice for Capricorn. The Star. Did Virgo get this? Taurus get this? You're on the right path. Stay the course. Trust and faith. Renewed hope, faith, and optimism based on trust and faith. Staying the course. Wish fulfillment. Keep devoting, putting one foot in front of the other. Free will, of course, you can choose to say no, but this is advice from Spirit. Stay the course. You're on the right path. Especially if you're trying to navigate through this and trying to get everybody on board. Temperance, I know Virgo got this. Temperance is balance, staying in the middle, not getting too pulled in by conflict. This is like the middle of the seesaw, the teeter-totter. Really, you should go back and watch Virgos because I explained it better. It's like the middle of a seesaw or teeter-totter. The outside arms are things we have no control over. Other people. Other people's ideas, thoughts, opinions, events that happen. We stay in the middle. We try not to get sucked into other things, other bits of drama, because we leave our center, we go to those outside arms we have no control over, we're going to lose our balance and fall off. This is staying in the middle, staying grounded, staying temperate, staying in what you know to be right, strength, facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. So, at the most simplistic, fundamental level, advice from Spirit, whether you choose to take it or not, Capricorn, is to stay grounded, stay in the center, stay stable. Try not to take sides if you can, except to what you know to be personal, moral, and ethically right for yourself. Helping work together to create harmony and balance in this without getting too pulled in. There's a stay the course kind of energy here. I think this is a salvageable thing, and it looks like either you or somebody else is coming in to go, hey, here's a way of actually doing this and getting this together and bringing everybody together and getting everybody to agree on how to navigate through this. There's a way through here, and I can see that quite clearly. So don't give up, don't walk away. That's basically the advice here. Kind of stay grounded, stay in the middle as much as possible. Whatever fears and doubts and insecurities you have, don't run away from them, just walk through them. They may turn out to be smaller than you think, or may turn out to be just boogeymen under the bed, which is to say nothing at all. So dust bunnies, right? So that's it, Capricorn. So Capricorn, that is your reading for the last half of June. I hope it didn't confuse you too much. It's going to make sense to the people it needs to make sense to. Again, if this resonated with you, or if any of the videos do, and you'd like to reach out for a reading or information, just click on the description link below, which will pull down contact details, info. You can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the July 2020 general readings. Until then, many blessings and much peace. Stay safe, stay well, stay stable. Be kind to yourself, be kind to everybody else, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.